Year 7, you should have printed out or popped in your reference book already this from our Google Classroom. Today we're looking at the area of a parallelogram, and I'm just going to go through the reference with you to make sure that you understand. So the area of a parallelogram is actually the same area of a rectangle that has the same base and the same height. Because if you take off this little end triangle and slide it along, it fits at the other end and makes a rectangle with the same base and the same height. So the formula you need to remember for finding the area of a parallelogram is area equals base times height, or area equals BH, or base times height. So for every single area question that you do, your first step is to write the formula. Your second step is to substitute in the numbers. Then we're going to get our number answer. Then we're going to get a therefore statement. It is a lot of working out, but we're trying to teach you how to communicate mathematically. So here we have our first question, and we look at our shape and we say to ourselves, what shape is this? And of course it's a parallelogram. So our first line of working is the formula. A equals B times H. A equals base times height. Our second line, we line our equal signs up, is we look to our question and find what is the base of our parallelogram. Well, our base is 6 centimetres. We're going to put our multiplication sign in, and our height back here is the perpendicular height in our parallelogram. So we check to make sure it's a perpendicular height, and it's 4. 6 times 4 is 24, and then I write a therefore statement. Therefore, area is 24, and this is when I put my units in. When we measure length, we're just measuring in one direction. That's length. So they will just have centimetres. When we're measuring the area of something, we're measuring the length and the width of something. So we've got 2 dimensions. So our area has got centimetres squared or units squared, or in fact, square units is what we say. Here in our second example, we look at it, lo and behold, it's a parallelogram again. So our formula is A equals B times H. Our base is 9, our height is 5. So we have 9 times 5. 9 times 5, 45. We're not finished yet, therefore area is 45. This time we have square metres. Over to example 3. We look at it. Now we can turn our page and we can see, yep, that is actually just a parallelogram. So turn our page back this way and have a look. Formula, A equals B times H. What is our base? It doesn't matter which one you use. We could say 9 or 7, but we'll go 9 times 7. 7 nines are 63. Our therefore statement, area is 63 square millimetres. Here we look at it. We've got a parallelogram again. So parallelogram formula, A equals B times H. We have a look. Base is 6, height is 8. 6 8s are 48. Our units, square metres. This time, a little bit different. We can see the outline of the shape is definitely a parallelogram, but they put the dimensions outside. That's not a drama. Formula is still A equals B times H. Our base is 15 and our height is 11. I'm going to need my calculator for that. 15 times 11, 165. therefore statement. Area is 165 square centimetres. Last one, again, still a parallelogram pushed on the side. So A equals B times H. Our base is 10. Our height is 13. That's 130. Therefore, area is 130 square centimetres. So traditionally, if you like, our parallelograms should be labelled with parallel sides going this way and parallel sides going that way. They should also have on them a marking to say this side is the same length as this side and this side is the same length as this side. In our questions, in our reference, they don't have those labels on them, but we get the general gist, and it is a reference on parallelograms, so we can assume they're parallelograms. You've got an exercise in your textbook. I want every question to have 4 lines. I know that you can probably do all of these just in your head. The point of this area topic is that you can communicate with someone and explain to them how you get your answer, and so that's why we have these lines of working. Your first line says to a person, I recognise this is a parallelogram and that I need to use the formula A equals B times H. Your second line of working communicates to a person that you know the base is 6, you know the height is 4. The next line says, I can work that sum out. And your last line is to communicate your answer. Therefore, the area is 24 square centimetres. So please make sure you show all your working out when you're finding the area of any shape, because you're communicating with a person about maths.